Well, hi there, and welcome to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
Hey, I'm Eric Stromer.
And we love to improve your home and improve your life.
We can't help doing it because it's every day. It comes out of us like almost like a virus. Okay, maybe not a virus.
Maybe habit like a butterfly.
Oh, yeah, because we want to get more tranquil and gentle. That's a little aggressive.
Because I'm thinking, on...
Hold on.
Oh, that's pretty. So how many times have you been to someone's office and they might have a little miniature Zen Garden sitting there, and it's like a little teeny tiny crate that has a little bit of sand, and there's maybe little teeny tiny pebbles, and it comes with a little rake,
a little mini rake,
and you're supposed to, in the stress of your day, go over to this little thing and just kind of rake it and manicure it. It's very cute.
Guess what happens?
What happens?
It works.
It works.
You know why? Because you get off your crazy monkey brain,
and you
start to focus on something outside of yourself, and guess what happens?
You feel good.
Tranquility ensues.
See,
you feel
So
calm.
this is something that we can do in our yard.
We can do this in our yard and in our home. We can do this.
We're going to make a Zen garden. So, I mean, this is something, the basic ingredients of that we've just pictured for you, that Zen garden with sand. You need a little tiny plot of land, a quantity of beach sand, the whiter the better, and then different rocks of different shapes and sizes. And then what you do is, you basically put your favorite lounge chair close enough to gaze on your Zen garden. And the ideal garden evolves and improves with time. And the whole idea is to have the pattern of the balance and the harmony. And then maybe you've got a little bonsai over there to the side.
Yeah, and you know what? Historically, what's traditional in a Zen garden is it's you want to have a focal point. That's the whole point of it, so that you can again focus your attention on something outside yourself
instead of crazy frantic things.
Crazy brain. Yeah.
So many rock gardeners aim for this kind of a seascape that's dotted with quote unquote islands. Yeah. So the idea is all these rocks with this beach sand, it looks like they're little islands. So you can get some really great big boulders or small ones, different, maybe have like a little bench off to the side.
Yep.
And you create a shoreline by using some of these rounded stones. And then you could have almost like a little gazing area. Maybe you have a little Buddha off to the end as your destination focal point.
That's nice. I don't know what. Listen to my voice now.
You feel very gentle.
Everything's gentle now.
So, but let's say that you didn't want to necessarily do the sand thing. That doesn't mean you can't have a Zen garden.
No, it doesn't.
And maybe all you have is a little patio, or a condo, apartment, whatever.
Right.
We have news for you. You're in luck.
I think you're gentle, too.
Everyone's included.
We now sound like that skit on Saturday Night Live where you're talking about sweaty.
It's all about the Zen. And so we're kind of getting into the mode.
Yeah.
So another step is to create mystery. This is one of the elements.
That's a key element. I love that idea.
Mystery.
You may go to a path to, I don't know where I'm going.
Where's it go?
I don't know.
It may go nowhere, but it's curvy enough. It kind of leads the imagination to think,
and that's the key, I think, to these gardens. It's curvy. It's not linear and straight and square edges. It's curvy.
It's off into the destination of
like
the future.
Life. You don't necessarily know where you're going, Fred. You may think you're going one way, but then you go another.
And you may end up at Disneyland along the way.
And then you're going to have to spend a ton of money, and it's going to stretch you all out. Now, all of a sudden, you don't have a Zen feeling.
Then you go back to How much did you spend at Disneyland for your family?
Oh, man.
Because of 3 kids.
It's at least $500.
Ay. Craziness.
It's crazy. And you know what? I get kind of tired of Mickey after that. I'm like, you know what? I don't think this is the happiest place on earth after all.
It's cute. No, it's sweet.
And I feel terrible. I ate all that junk. But other than that, let's get
back
to
the
Zen.
So you want to have that winding path that leads the eye past that stone pagoda that you might have.
You might have one.
You might have that, know, and then you kind of create some vignettes. That's another strategy.
That's right.
Little pockets.
Places where you're going along that curvy path and you find those places to stop, sit, hear, listen, and you might have water.
Oh, I hope you do.
And you might have, but I don't know.
You might have koi.
I see. I knew you were going to say.
What were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say I don't think anyone's ever had more enjoyment from their koi pond than you do. You love this place.
I love my koi.
You've actually named those little fellas.
They're really darn cute.
And you've protected them from predators.
I love that. I know. Well, anyway, some other thing to do to keep the Zen in you.
Yeah.
After you've spent a lot of money at Disneyland, you come back home and grow evergreens. A lot of Japanese gardens, they rely on subtle differences in color.
Right.
And texture. So, for instance, conifers. soothing shades of multiple shades of green. Like, think of Christmas trees. But but it's a different version, right? So you'd see almost like a blue-green, and then like more of a deep evergreen, and then maybe there's like an apple green. And there's something that's very soothing about that because it's echoing kind of what you see in nature.
That's right.
Right? And then you have a little pagoda there.
And you know what else is really lovely? If you don't want to get into the water
feature?
Aspect, water feature. You can do stone stream beds with the curved stones. You can make little undulating pathways made of stone that look like a river. It has movement to it. It's something that you don't have to get into the digging and the trenching. You can just lay them out in a nice little gentle undulating path, and it gives the same feeling.
And using not only nice little rocks, but maybe even recycled glass.
Sure.
To give the look of water.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Encouraging moss is another great. It's a perfect ground cover in moist, shady areas of a Japanese garden. So picture having little stone steppers among the moss, and it's going to allow passage, and it gives a kind of a cushiony look, and that feels, again, very soothing, very zen.
Very nice.
You like that idea?
Love that idea. Yeah.
How about a pavilion? You could create like a little private pavilion.
Little deck that's raised slightly.
Like a tea house maybe, right?
That would be
Bamboo.
Really lovely. Yeah, because then you're up off the ground. It's easy to keep clean. Then you have a vantage point to focus your attention outside onto something else.
And that's where you walk to take your nap.
That's right.
I know that's
Kids
what's going to...
don't know you're there. Guess what? Dad's hiding in the Zen Garden.
And then add some textural contrast, too. Shaded areas of Japanese gardens rely on subtle color. You could try even like some chartreuse and green hostas at the base of a tree. Very fluffy, shaggy grasses.
Very nice.
With a lot of rocks. I mean, all these things you can do very simply and inexpensively. Oh, and you've got to try maple tree. The Japanese maple, with those zigzagging branches and those beautiful
Keep
colors.
in mind, though, they do lose their leaves.
They lose their leaves.
But when they come back, they're gorgeous.
But boy, they give.
Yeah, they do. They're
so
givers.
we'll put all this on the website, yourhomewizards.com, because we want you to have
a
some
relaxing
fun.
Zen-like
have a Zen
experience.
moment, right? Well, now, are you into carpeting?
Yes, I love carpeting.
I have a love-hate relationship with carpet because if you have pets, you know what I'm saying.
I do
So we're
know.
going to talk about caring and choosing carpeting.
That's a great idea.
Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, you're listening to Home Wizards.
She broke a needle and she can't sew, walking the dog. Guess who walking